So what is Perl? That may be the first question come to your mind if you're not very much familiar with Perl. Perl is one of the most popular open source interpreted programming language with a huge number of programmers, libraries, and resources. This is very true statement that Perl is having a huge number of programmers now. Now, why we require these kind of resources and programmer? Because this IT fields or IT technologies we have, it's keep on upgrading themselves. Now we have seen about big data, Hadoop. So these are the different kind of technologies which we recently seen in the market and which are booming very well in the market as well. But we require any language to handling such kind of data as well, because it was not a static market. It is keep on dynamic. So we require some repository. We require some active participation in any language, which upgrade our language or maybe provide more features to it. Not maybe changing a complete basic language itself, but providing a lot of repositories or maybe APIs, packages, modules to make our language more updated. So as per the recent experience, we'll have almost more than 40,000 programmers who contributed to the community on a regular basis. So it's a huge amount of programmers all around the world which help Perl to grow up and in providing more and more interfaces with the new technologies which are coming into the market. Libraries, Perl have almost more than 40,000 APIs or packages or module, whatever you want to say, are available on cPan. cPan is nothing but a archive network for Perl. Let's say I want to write something and I want to distribute it over the internet so that other people can take the benefit out of it. So what I can do is I can share my program, or I can share these packages or the APIs to the cPan, and it will be distributed to the other users as well. Now, these libraries is very much important. Like for example, if any new database comes into picture, maybe MongoDB or maybe NoSQL or maybe any kind of commercial databases like Teradata, Sybase, Oracle. Now, for this, we require the interfaces. We require the connectivity between them. Any kind of interfaces or APIs are already built. If they are already built, it is very helpful for us because we don't have to write anything from the scratch. Everything is available over here. Now we need to know that how we are going to execute this particular thing and how we are going to use that. It is already implemented. We just need to know how we are going to use that. So it makes our life very much easy. So Perl have almost more than 20,000 libraries available. So this is very much useful. In any case, like for example, if you want to connect to the Twitter, or if you want to connect to the Facebook, and maybe you want to post something to the Facebook to your account, or in Twitter you want to get some tweets out of it, maybe on some hashtag. These things are, if these things are already built up and available in a form of APIs, it makes your life more easy. You don't have to write everything from the scratch. So these libraries are upgrading themselves day by day, and a lot of programmers and a lot of people who are actively participant of Perl, they are doing these activities on a regular basis. So our programming language is not static, it is dynamic each and every time, and it is upgrading themselves. So this is a point which I like to put here, and Perl belongs to this particular family, which is not static anymore, which is dynamic, which is going on with its very good pace. Okay, the second point we have, Perl has very powerful inbuilt regular expression, which often are the important reason when people decide to use Perl for Perl text processing. Now, regular expression is a pretty old concept. It was written by Stephen in 1995 around, and by the mathematician. He was a mathematician, and a lot of scripting language are actually taking a feature of regular expression. So regular expression, if you have seen in grep or grep command in Unix system. Similar, now Perl provide these regular expression inbuilt. So So what is the benefit of having this regular expression inbuilt? Faster processing. And also Perl provides all kind of features here with the regular expression, whether you want to filter a data, or you want to transform a data, or you want to substitute a data. Every kind of data handling is available over here. So this is very much useful for the data scientists who want to interact with the data each and every day. The next point is Perl is platform independent and also used to generate HTML pages. Now, this is again a very important point. Like, for example, if you're writing a code in Windows operating system, or if you're writing a code in Mac operating system, or if you're writing a code in Linux operating system, you don't have to take care about the operating system. The only thing we require is the interpreter, which interpreter I have installed in my system. Now, if you write a code in Linux, you can easily move your code to Windows operating system or any other, maybe Solaris or any kind of FreeBSD operating systems as well, without making changes a single line of a code, which is very helpful, which creates very less dependency when we are moving from one operating system to the other operating system. And also it is very beneficial for the student to learn, because sometimes what happens is if you compile your C++ code, that is make yourself platform dependent. But here in Perl, nothing is platform dependent. It is completely platform dependent. If you write a small piece of code, you can easily execute this code in other operating system without even changing a single line of a code. So that makes Perl a very competitive language, scripting language into the market. Perl is very much similar to Python, PHP, and Ruby as well. The Python, PHP, and Ruby, these all come very late as comparable to Perl. And Perl is more stable, I can say, because it is more mature, and whatever the features I have, it is getting regularly updated over here. And it provided a very powerful and flexible features to learn. Inbuilt regular expression provided data filter and traffic transformation as well as data substitution. So this is one of the very important thing Perl provide us. Perl is named as a switch army change of scripting language due to its flexibility and feature. As you have seen the Swiss Army knife, so it provides various kind of instrument, and this instrument is perform various kind of activities similar as Perl. It is a scripting language which performs various activities starting from Webscarping to generate HTML pages, to connecting with the databases, or connecting to a tweaker, or connecting to any kind of interfaces it provides. So it is one of the famous scripting language in the market, and that we are going to learn in our course. What are the benefits of using Perl? Now, if you are a new learner, if you have a choice that you want to learn a new technology, why we are choosing Perl as your career? First point is easy to learn. Now, whenever a student wants to learn any new language, he or she decides the very first point it should be very easy to learn. I should from a very first day I should understand the language, and I should start using it in our day-to-day life. So Perl has a variety of very few keywords, simple structure, and a clearly defined syntax, which make it very easy to pick up, and the student can learn it in a more efficient and better way. Portable, as we have discussed, that it can run on a variety of platforms, and this is platform independent, so user don't need to worry about it on which operating system he is writing the programs, and he can perform these activities very well. Databases connectivity, so every commercial databases, Perl has the connectivity, whether you're working with Oracle, MySQL, Teradata, Sybase, or any kind of databases you have encountered with. Perl provided interfaces with them, because databases is again a very important aspect of data warehousing, where we have to store the data. So we require some kind of languages which provides the interfaces to our databases. So Perl is again one of the most popular and common language we have seen in our day-to-day life. Standard library. Now Perl, as I discussed, that it has more than 20,000 libraries, active libraries, which are available over repository. So from from a very basic features to the advanced features, Perl provide each and everything to the consumer or to the students or to the consultant who want to work on Perl. Now, memory management is another important point to consider here, because in Perl you don't have to take care about null pointer or any kind of memory leakage from your program. Perl takes care of all the memory management as well as garbage collection internally. So when you are coming out of the scope, Perl will decide itself without bothering a user that you have to put your code into put your code and understand that where is actually a memory leak is going on. So automatic memory management is one of the best features Perl provide. And apart from this, we have a high-level data type and operations, object-oriented programming. This is one of the scripting language which provide or object-oriented features as well. So in our sessions, we are going to discuss about various kind of techniques through which we can perform the object-oriented features in Perl. Very easy debugging techniques. So that is again one of the important point to focus on. That if when somebody wrote a program, you want to debug your program in a very efficient way, you don't have to spend more time on debug how the things are actually goes there. So it provides a very valid debugging techniques through which you can debug your program in a very faster way. Scalability. So if you're writing any program in Java, or if you're writing any program in Unishell scripting, maybe it takes, let's say, if it is taking 100 lines, you can do this particular programming in a very number of less lines. So it's more scalable and it is more understandable as well. So these are the benefits of using Perl. So if somebody is wanted to learn a new language, Perl is again a very important programming language to consider it, because of its features and because of its scope in the market. Now it makes it very interesting to learn. Perl used everywhere. So if somebody asks whether in which IT verticals or domains Perl is usable, I can say everywhere. Whether you're working for as a system admin, you require to automate your task on a regular basis, Perl is useful for you. If you are working as a QA engineer, manual tester, maybe you require the interfaces with QTP, Selenium, or any kind of testing tool. You have a Perl available for it, or maybe you want to automate your test cases every time. Perl is available for you. If you are a data scientist and you are receiving a lot of data each and every time, and you want to process this data in a real-time way, Perl is useful for you. So from a basic point of view to the advanced point of view, everything is available over here. And in all our sessions, we are looking into various use cases where we can use this feature and where we not. So this is the importance of this particular Edureka sessions. In short, there is nothing which you can't do with Perl. Everything is feasible and everything is possible. Perl has a variety, has various success story. Almost every IT company is using Perl in their project. So as we have discussed, it doesn't matter which vertical you belong to or which domain you belong to. Perl is useful everywhere. Like any other programming language, it has a concept like object-oriented, modularity, etc. and etc. So Perl has a variety of concepts we are going to discuss, and object-oriented is again one of the important features which we can't forget. According to the evcode.com, Perl is used in virtually 100% of the Fortune 500 companies in a wide range of mission-critical systems. So all the 500 Fortune companies are using Perl on a regular basis in their project. So this is a beauty, and this is the flexibility Perl provide, which is very useful for the programmers to consider. Traditional uses of Perl. So normally, if I can say that, okay, if I want to divide how many percentage of people use Perl, so these are the percentage. Database programming. So in data warehousing, Perl used as a ETL stuff. Perl maybe handling a lot of data and storing piece of data, fetching a data from a databases, any kind of database interaction you require, Perl is again a very important language to consider. Ad targeting. Now, digital marketing is one of the fastest growing industry in the world, and in US itself in the last 5 years it almost crossed the normal advertising which you have seen in your TVs. It crossed that limit as well. Digital marketing is very much popular, and how you target these ads to the customer. This use case we are going to discuss in our further slides, and Perl provides such kind of features in our in digital marketing, where we target the users in a better and more scopic way. Web scraping is another important point to consider in Perl. Web scraping is whenever we are interacting with the web interfaces and we want to fetch a data and maybe want to show some different kind of statical and analytics of data. Now, web scraping is again one of the very important feature, and there are many libraries. There are hundreds of libraries available in Perl which is interfacing with the web www. So in today's demo, we are also going to see one of the example of web scraping. Internet scripting. Again, internet scripting is very much useful, and you can write HTML pages with the help of Perl, and it's a very dynamic pages you can create. There are a lot of frameworks are available. We are going to see those frameworks in going sessions. System utilities for system administrator, for any kind of admin guys who want their tasks to perform in a better way, they can use Perl. Text processing is another example which we have discussed already many times, that for the data scientist, it is one of the important language to consider because of its inbuilt feature, and as well as the regular expressions which we have discussed already, that it provides an inbuilt feature of regular expression which make our life very easy for data text processing. ETL processing and network programming. So these are the traditional uses which we have seen, and this is the aspect of this programming language. So Perl don't stop here. It has, apart from this, there are a lot of concepts as well as vertical and domains where we are using Perl as a language, maybe from GUI applications to any kind of programming we have in our general life in IT industry. It is one of the important language. Users and Perl projects. So this list is actually very huge. I show some of them because these are very known to everyone. One is Yahoo. Yahoo, as everybody knows, Yahoo is one of the promoter of Perl, and in Yahoo, many of their project is using Perl for either website development or maybe from development of Flickr to any kind of ad targeting. Yahoo uses Perl very extensively, and most of their complete system is built on Perl. So this is Yahoo is one of the famous promoter of Perl, and they uses Perl very extensively in their projects. Bank of America, a lot of investment bank here, like JP Morgan Chase to Bank of America, they use Perl for their financial forecasting purposes. So apart from this, there are many investment bank who uses Perl for their day-to-day activities as well as trading analysis and all. DreamWorks Animation. So this is one of the famous company which uses Perl for a lot of animation project, and they provided various kind of aspects of the programming language. We have seen DreamWorks Animation. So this is very much interactive for the users as well as very much innovative as well. So the use of the programming language make this kind of animations very easily. There are some more projects which using Perl. You have already seen Twiki. So Twiki, a complete tool, is built up on Perl, and a lot of companies, and this is open source, a lot of companies are using it as their knowledge sharing tool. And this particular a complete tool itself is written in Perl. Bugzilla is again one of the open sources which is used for defect tracking. This is again a very famous example where Perl used in their project. So these are a very short list actually, but it is a short list to show, but it is a very big list to consider. And Perl have many Fortune 500 companies to work on, and there are many project tools which developed completely on Perl. I move to next slide. Okay, data processing and analytics. Perl is widely used in various industries as a tool of data processing and post-data analysis. I take care of all these questions after the class because we are running short of time, and I try to cover it a concept, and then I come to the questions part. So Perl used for data processing and analytics. Perl is widely used in various industries as a tool of data processing and post-data analysis. So whether it's a data warehouse, a complete data analytics you have, Perl is very much useful over there. And built regular expression make the Perl a more suitable language for data filtration, data transformation, and data analysis. So these are the variety a language can provide. Perl can easily do financial analysis, online advertising, static data analysis, bioinformatics, responsive analysis. So these are the few examples which are listed over here, which are very much useful in IT industries to work on. So going forward, automation testing. Now, what we require in automation testing, that the framework should be built in a very simple way, in an efficient way, and it understand the risk of the system. Now, there is whenever you're working in the IT industry, you try to make your task more in an automated way rather to do the work as a manual tester. So it is very much useful when you're working as a QA engineer or as a system administrator. You want to automate your task on a regular basis. Now, whether you want to write and execute the test cases, whether you're handling a network and you want to do a lot of automations on your network stuff, maybe you want to fetch your data, or maybe you want to do some kind of network analysis as well. Perl is again very useful. Hardware testing is one of the example, web application testing and database testing. So these are the few examples which you can consider over here, which are useful while working on Perl. So these are the few examples which are written, but this list is again very huge, and you can do any kind of testing over here when you're working with Perl. Webpage development, website development. As I discussed, that Perl is a famous technologies which is used for web page designing, and there are a lot of frameworks are available in the market. Catalyst, Mason, Mojolius, Swifty, Dancer, and Purple. This is a few list. Now this frameworks is completely built on Perl, and many websites in the market is starting from Amazon.com to Yahoo. They all uses Perl as their backend processing data as well as generating the web pages. So Perl is seen as a duct tape of the web programming, and many companies are using Perl as their website development technical language, and it is one of the component of LAMP. This is Linux, Apache, MySQL, and Perl, and this is very much useful for the programmer to write their websites in a dynamic and more interactive way. GUI Applications, so it provides end-to-end build-up of GUI testing. Whether you want to write any editor or whether you want to write some standalone application or a program, you can do very easily with the help of APIs and libraries it provides. WXPerl, PerlDK, PerlQt, KDE, G2K Perl. These are the few libraries which are existing in Perl, which are basically used for creating the GUI applications and you can create editor out of it. Peri is one of the editor which was created completely on Perl, and this was very much useful for the Perl programmer because it provides every kind of editing features which any programmer wants to write, while writing a program in their projects. So finally, what happened? Han explained. Han actually got whatever Jules tried to explain, and that Perl is very much useful, and he is going to take the outcome of it, that he is going to use Perl for this project to automate his task, because we want to do it in an efficient way and in a more generic way. The history of Perl. Perl was introduced by Larry Wall. So this is the brief of the history which was provided by Larry Wall. Perl 0 was introduced. So Perl was written as a simple program or a tool or a command for Linux initially, but later on it evolved a lot, and Perl 5 was introduced into the market in 1994, which contains a lot of features including object-oriented programming as well. So now Perl 5 is in existence, and it is one of the most stable version of Perl. Perl 2.0, Perl 5.20 is the most latest one, and which is recently released. Now, why Perl? Why you are going to use Perl? First thing is less restriction. Perl has relatively less keywords, and many ways to do the similar thing is a philosophy of Perl. So it won't restrict you to do the things in a simple way. So it performs various activities, and you can do a similar kind of task in various ways as well. So this is the philosophy that Perl is used. Developer productivity. Perl code is typically 1/3 or 1/5 size of equivalent of C++ and Java code. That means there is less of typing, less of debugging, and less to maintain. So it is more efficient and more performance-wise it provides you. That actually the productivity of the programmers is actually increased if they have write a task in a very less number of lines to perform, and it is also useful for debugging purposes as well. Program portability. So it's a complete independent of the operating system, so it doesn't matter where you're writing a program, on Linux operating system or Windows operating system. It is useful everywhere, and it is portable as well. Support libraries, more than 20,000 libraries, starting from a very basic task, maybe from handling a file to writing of web pages. Each and everything Perl provides. So every kind of interfaces it provides, it's keep on upgrading. So every features what you require is available over here in Perl as well. Component integration is a useful case we have. Perl script can easily communicate with other part of the applications using variety of integration mechanisms. So this provides a mechanism to communicate between different kind of component you have in your project. Maybe it's a server client model or any kind of model you have where you need to connect to the another system and get the information out of it. So this kind of integrity as well as integration Perl provides very easily. And the most important point is enjoyability. That you should enjoy writing a program. So Perl is a language which has very less keywords to consider, and as well as very less rules. So you definitely enjoy writing a Perl program, and it is going to be useful for everybody life, which is a main point to consider over here. Now there are a few use cases which I like to discuss. First one is web scraping. Now let's say I want to search a flight from Mumbai to New York. Now there are various kind of airlines available. Either what I can do, I can either go to one website and look for the flight, and I compare the price of this particular flight with other flight while going to the other website. So this is a tedious task for me. You can see there are various websites available in the market. What they actually do is they extract information from different websites and they're putting on their website. So which is very helpful for the user to just compare the price as well as timings of the airplane, how much time it takes, as well as at what time it is going to start from the destinations, and how it is going to reach here, how much time it is going to take. So every information I get in a single page. Every information I get at a single instance of the system. So for me, for a user, for an end user, it is a very valid case, valid scenario in which user can look for the information and in a dynamic way. Like for example, if XYZ airline having a price of $6,000 for one flight from Mumbai to New York, and these prices are actually changes very frequently in airlines. This depends upon number of bookings as well as number of days as well. If I have a flight tomorrow, the price of the flight is more than if I am going to book a flight for after 1 month. So these rates are changing. So I want some solution in which it looks these rates dynamically from the server, from any other server, and I provide this information to the users at a single instance. So now, if you develop such kind of application where you get the information from various servers or various websites and put it there into your web page, it will be very useful for the end user to consider and understand that the price of different airlines, as well as if you speak about the hotels as well. Like I want to book a hotel, I can look for this particular hotel on various websites. Either what you can do is I can extract the information from all the websites and put it into a single web page. It will be very helpful for the user to look and compare the price of one hotel from different websites, and based on that he or she do the booking. So there are various websites available in the market, from booking.com to any other flightbooking.com. There are many websites which uses these technologies in Perl, where they extract the information from various servers and they put it there into a single website, and the information is already available for the users to proceed on. So Webscarping is a very innovative task in which you get information from the web pages. In our today demo session also, we try to extract the data from Yahoo Finance, and we show how to create a graph in Perl and how to use this particular data for the analytical purposes. So going forward, this is what we are going to do in our demo class. First, we have a program which interacts with the web page, which is the Yahoo Finance. So, like for example, I open this web page. Now, this is the Yahoo Finance web page, and I look for any trade symbol. This trade symbol is executing on NASDAQ exchange, and I want the historical prices of this particular exchange. Now, this is the symbol for Google Industry. So I can see that this is the information which is available on the system, Google Industry, and the price is getting up by 2.4. I can see all the historical prices of this particular trade exchange over NASDAQ. On 6th of January, it was closed at 501.96. Similarly, if I am an investment banker or I am a controller who wants this data to analyze and and create a reports out of it, it is a boom for them. So how we are going to do it in Perl, that is in the scope of today's session. I'm also going to show you. So how we are going to do that, we first accept and validate the arguments. Now we create our program, it's more generic. Now user provide the arguments for which particular trade symbol he wants to execute the data, as well as we also provide the date range from X date to X date. I want a data between these two dates, and I want to create a graph out of it, which is more analytical for the people who does not understand technology, who understand only business. So for those people, we first accept and validate the argument, whether the arguments is provided by the user is correct or not. Going forward, we connect and fetch a data from Yahoo Finance. Now this is which we are consider here what is the base URL from where we are going to extract the data and for which particular symbol. Now, if you have seen that this is the table information which is present over here. So now this is a raw data which is available. This is the table information. Now what we are going to do is, if we are going to fetch both, we can do it very easily. If we are going to pull out the data from the HTML extract of tables, we can also able to do it with the help of. So we extract the HTML table data from this particular and create a graph out of it. So we are going to use various libraries over here. First is we require the interfaces with the www web library. So we are going to use LWP user agent here. So this is the small program which perform these particular activities. So first thing is we import few libraries which require to extract information. The important libraries here are LWP, which is the library for www in Perl. Apart from this, we are going to use table extractor as well, which extract the data from HTML web pages. For validating the arguments, we are going to import some more packages over here from our APIs over here, and we are going to use some graphical techniques as well. So I want to create a graph in two different ways. I want to create a graph in area and bar. This is, we are going to show how we are going to use it. So this is a small program which I have written, so which extract the information from this particular web page, and for the symbol which I have provided as the user argument. So once we extract information from the web page, we are going to create our graphs. This graph, we decide that on which particular graphs we are going to consider here, whether we are going to consider bar graph or whether we are going to consider area graph. So I am going to use here CLI, a command line interface for Windows. I can also make my program self-executable, but I prefer to use CLI because most of the time, if I work on Linux system or any kind of CLI systems like Solaris or any kind of application servers, so I'm going to use CLI only. So when I run my program, now what it does, it is connected to the Yahoo Finance and for this particular symbol and try to get the information out of it and creates a graph. So once I see here, these graphs are created in this particular way. So here I have taken default dates. So it's created an area graph between the close price, at what price my trade was closed on NASDAQ exchange, as well as on which particular day. So I can plot a graph out of it, and I can see the trend of this particular share. The below is 495 and the upper is 533 on this particular trade. Similarly, I have also created a graph for volume as well. So I can see that on which particular day the volume was very less, and on which particular day the volume was very high of a particular symbol. Now I can also extract the information for various symbols, whatever I want. This is a part of our live project as well. So when we complete our course, we are going to work on our live project as well. So in our live project also we are going to interact with, instead of Yahoo Finance, we are going to interact with Google Finance and extract the data for various symbols and use that particular data for analytical purposes. That is our live project of Perl. So these are the graphs which is created by my program. I can also specify the dates here. Now here I haven't taken dates. I can also take the dates. So I have written in my program what are the dates I need to consider. Let's say I want to extract the data between 15th December to 30th December. So I say 12/30/2014. So it creates a graph between my start date and end date. So you can see the program here. The main logic lies between here itself. So here it extracts the information from the website, and ultimately it extracts data from the HTML pages and then plotting accordingly. So if you completely see that this is a program of 155 lines, including all the general debugging techniques as well as in more user experience. So this kind of easiness will provide us to write a program in a very easy way and understandable way. So where else we can use Perl? So another use case is online advertising. So you may have noticed that if you want to buy something on any website, it can be Amazon.com or Flipkart.com, you can see that if you look for any product and you see this particular product again and again into your, if you open any kind of web page, why and how my system decide that I want to show this particular ad to the users? This depends upon your network activities. Like for example, if I look for some product and if I go to office, I see the similar kind of product on when I open any website. So they depend upon your activities, what you have performed over the internet. In this particular cases, you require the programming language which perform the real-time data analysis of your system as well as your activities over the system. Now, there are many users around the world who perform similar kind of activities, but our language should be very efficient as well as performance-wise it should be very strong, which extract the data from your computer cookies and get to know, okay, that person is interested of buying a shoes, you know. So you are going to see this particular shoes ad again and again. On maybe, for example, if you want to buy a shirt, you know, that website is also going to show you some options for pants or jeans or for t-shirts as well. So in these particular cases, you require some language which is very fast as well as which is more understandable and very efficient to perform the operation. So for many online companies and digital advertising companies using Perl very extensively to do this kind of target marketing strategy. So Perl is again one of the important technology which are usable in online advertising and digital marketing as well. Real-time data analysis. So whether it started with air traffic controller, customer delight, or traffic monitor, or any kind of location finder, you know, you require the data which is again getting huge in size, and you want to filter it, you want to perform a lot of activities out of it, and you want to show it to the end user. So again, Perl is one of the important language which is considerable over here, which perform these activities for you, and these data can handle very easily with the help of